Good afternoon to everybody. You can't see me, but it does not matter. We're going to talk about the typical mistakes to avoid in present simple. Typical mistakes to avoid in present simple. Okay, so let's go. Why, good. Why is present simple so important? Okay, so let's go to to have a very quick review. Okay, as I mentioned the last lesson or the last time, it is only used for description in general, for giving information, facts, routines, habits, truth, and also for permanent situations. How to conjugate the present simple. The present simple tense, let's go to see the form number one. When you use I, you with they, remember to use the verb in infinitive. They work in the afternoon. We provide you a copy of our sales reports weekly. You encourage our production area very well. So remember, I, you with they, the verb infinitive. Good. Next, the form number two. When you have the pronoun, the subject pronouns he, she, and it, the verb needs an S. It means the infinitive verb plus S. So, for example, he writes several reports. She manages the operation division. His department purchases. His department. His department. Here there is a mistake. I apologize. His department purchases all the raw materials. Okay, is department, singular, not plural. Okay. In the next slide, form number three. When you have he, she, and it, the verb need an ed. I mean, we add an es. Sorry, again, I made a mistake. To the verb, we add an es. Okay, so for the subject pronouns only, with the subject pronouns he, she, and it, we add to the verb es. But here, we have to take into account the next rule. Only we add to the verb es when the verb ends in s, ch, sh, ss, x, or o. So again, to this verb in infinitive, only with the verb. When you want to conjugate it with he, she, and it, and that verb ends in s, ch, sh, ss, x, or o, we add es. Here, let's go to C. He rarely discusses with the client what information to put in his reports. He addresses revenue issues in the first place. So discusses, addresses. Let's go to see the last rule. Only when the subject pronoun he, she, and it, the verb in present simple, needs an IAS. Here we have another little rule. Only when the verb ends in consonant and Y, we should drop Y and add IAS. So to that verb in infinitive, we drop the Y and add IAS. Therefore, she carries the photocopies. He always replies to the sales department. The HR office notifies her discharge. I apologize, in this slide there is a mistake because it's verb infinitive, but we drop the Y and add IES. It is not verb infinitive plus ES. Okay, but in any case, okay, we saw and studied all those rules last time. To now, up to now. Have you understood the rule of third person conjugation? I'm pretty sure you have. Great. So remember that it's important when we talk or when we speak, okay, we should conjugate the verbs, specifically with he, she, and it in present simple. Let's go to see the structure and its conjugation. In a positive sentence, remember the structure is subject, auxiliary, verb, and complement. So we want to be a manager, subject we, want verb to be a manager, complement. She tries her best every day, subject, she tries the verb, and her best every day, complement. He is the subject, manages the verb, and the finance division's complement. He manages the finance division. Now, it's your turn. Practice. If you are on Facebook, okay, or you can write down your comments, okay, in the chat box or in the comment part, okay. The rest of you can write your answers in the chat box and I will check them. So let's to conjugate the verb in brackets. The achieve, very good. In some cases, some mistakes, I will give it to you a clue. Okay, the human resources chief, human resources could be he or she. Therefore, how is the conjugation? Those who made the mistake can, if you want, okay, can correct your answers. Very well done. Exactly. The answer is agrees. To that verb, we just add an S. Next sentence. He, gap, the verb is fix the presentation. So, how is it? Let's go to see your answers. Good. Okay. In some cases, again, remember he. So, how is it? Very well. Excellent. So, yes, fixes. He fixes the presentation. He fixes the presentation. The verb is F-I-X-E-S because that verb ends in X. So when the verb ends in X, we add ES when we need to conjugate the verb using the subject pronoun he. The next one. Mm-hmm. Very good. In some cases, very well. Excellent. In others, I should recommend it to check the rules we studied the last lesson or the last time, the last Wednesday. Wow, there are a lot of answers. Okay, they go very fast. That okay, I have seen that most of you have written down a very good your answers. Mm-hmm. Very good. I like it. And okay, here I go. The verb deny. That means refuse. To refuse, deny, to refuse are synonyms. So in this case, deny, it's a verb that ends in consonant in Y. Consonant. And as I mentioned before, when you have a consonant plus Y, you should drop Y and add IES. So in this case, he denies sole responsibility. He denies sole responsibility. Here we have DENIES because we need to drop the Y when we have a verb that ends in consonant plus Y. We drop the Y and add IES. So the answer is DENIES. He denies. Next sentence. She, gap, Vader, every idea that I suggest. The verb is Vader. Wow, good. I guess most of you don't have any problem with this exercise. I'm going to drink some water. I'm a little bit thirsty. Well, good, good. Very good. So we have here Vader. Vader. So she vetoes, exactly, vetoes, because this verb ends in O. And as I mentioned, and as I told you when we reviewed the rules, when the verb ends in O, we add ES. Vetoes, she vetoes every idea that I suggest. So the conjugation is of the verb is VETOES. Vetoes. She vetoes every idea that I suggest. Let's go with the next sentence. My boss, gap, the verb is worry about me. Good. Very good. Mm-hmm. Great. How's the verb? Exactly. The verb is ends in consonant plus Y. As we saw before in other example, when we have a verb and it ends in consonant in Y, we just need to drop Y and add IES. So here, worries. My boss worries about me. My boss worries about me. The verb is WORRIES. Worries. Great. I see you're getting used to use the rule. Good. Excellent. Next sentence. It, gap, take 45 minutes to get to the headquarters. It, gap, take 45 minutes to get to the headquarters. Get the headquarters. Here we have the subject pronoun it. Be careful. Excellent. Very good. Great. No mistakes. Perfect. Very well done. So here it is takes. T-A-K-E-S, because this is the first rule, to add S to the verb. Let's go to see the next one. Conjugate the verb in brackets. Again, here we have a good. Let's go. Mhm. Be careful here. The subject, it's not he, she, or it. Mhm. Great. Exactly. So they upload the pictures for the presentation. The verb remains the same, infinitive. U-P-L-O-A-D. They upload the pictures for the presentation. Excellent. Next sentence. The IT employee always repair our printer. The IT employee always repair our printer. Be careful here. The IT employee. Hmm, good, good. Those few who have made a mistake, check it again and autocorrect yourself, please. I'm pretty sure you can get it. Good, very good. Okay, the IT employee always repairs, because it could be he or she. It's an employee, one person. Okay, so repairs, and we apply the first rule. So to the verb we add just s. Good work to all of you. Very well done. Okay, here are the answers. Let's go to check all together, okay? The HR, human resources. The human resources chief agrees with his manager. The human resources chief agrees with his manager. He fixes the presentation. He fixes the presentation. He denies all responsibility. He denies all responsibility. She vetoes every idea that I suggest. She vetoes every idea that I suggest. My boss worries about me. My boss worries about me. It takes 45 minutes to get the headquarters. It takes 45 minutes to get the headquarters. They upload the pictures for the presentation. They upload the pictures for the presentation. IT employee always repairs our printer. The IT employee always repairs our printer. Good. Do not worry, because at the end of this session of the lesson, we're going to send it to you by email. Okay, the the presentation. Okay, so do not hesitate. You do not need to copy right now. Just to follow, or to write down in the box, in the chat box or comments, your answers. Okay, so what are the typical mistakes to avoid in present simple? Let's go. The first column in blue color, the sentences are wrong. Okay, so let's go to see the typical mistakes. She work in Electrolux, Karima. She work in Electrolux. That's wrong because you omitted the S. She works in Electrolux. Do you remember the first time I told you to exaggerate when you are pronouncing, reading, or speaking, okay, loud, the S at the end of the verb in present simple tense third person conjugation? So here, I'm writing works. Of course, it is written with one S. This is just for academic purposes, okay? So she worked in Electrolux? No. She works in Electrolux? Very good. It takes 45 minutes to get the headquarters. Wrong. It is wrong because the correct way is it takes 45 minutes to get to the headquarters. It takes. Don't forget the S. I haven't time. I haven't time. The previous lesson, we also checked how to transform or to create sentences in present simple in negative. So here we cannot say I haven't time because here we need a verb. And in present simple, the auxiliary is not haven't but don't. I haven't time, Karime. The correct it is I don't have time. I subject don't auxiliary in negative have the verb time the complement. So I don't have time. Um, yes, I'm check. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly, Antonio. Uh, yeah, Antonio, exactly. I will explain to you what this student has asked, okay? He says, but Karime, I have seen in some books exist what happened with I haven't got time. Yes, exactly. I haven't got time is correct because I subject haven't the auxiliary and got is the verb conjugated the verb and time the complement. So it's okay, perfect to say I haven't got time. But I haven't time, no. Okay, so I haven't got time, it's also correct. But in this case, here we're just studying the present simple tense. So here, if you want to talk about or use the present simple correctly, we say, I don't have time. The other mistakes that is very, very extremely typical in meetings, in everywhere, okay, is that students or people uh, are used to say, you understand me, Karima? When they want to be sure, when they want to make a question, they do not make a question. They, to the positive sentence, they just put the emphasis at the end or the intonation. So they said, you understand me, Karime? And that's also wrong. That's completely wrong. We say, or we should say, or the correct way to say is, do you understand me? Do you understand me? So don't forget the structure in a question. Start that which or that starts with the auxiliary because the subject is you. Here you should put the auxiliary do. Do you understand me, Karime? Do you understand me, Karime? The next question, are you go? What's that? Are you go? Here, the structure should be okay, but unfortunately in present simple, we can't, the auxiliary of the verb go, it's do in a question. Do, not the verb are in this case. So in present simple, the auxiliary of questions could be, or they are, in fact, do or does in this case, because we are talking about the subject pronoun you, the auxiliary is do. So, do you go? Do you go? Mm? No, are you go? Let's see more examples. Kramer, I am agree with you. I am agree. Wrong again. It's completely wrong to say I am agree because in present simple, in positive, as we studied before, okay, we do not use the auxiliary in present simple. So we just say, I agree. I agree. I agree with you, Karima. I agree. I agree. No, I am agree. Okay, so the subject and the verb directly. In the next one, it is exactly the same. I am drink water. What's that? Wrong again. The correct is I drink water. I drink water because we have a verb in present simple conjugated according to the subject pronoun I drink. You drink. They drink. I drink water. The next sentence is completely wrong again. I'm not play tennis? No way. That's also a mistake. So we say I don't play tennis. I, subject, don't, the auxiliary negative for negative sentences, play the verb tennis. So don't forget the auxiliary negative according to the subject, please. I don't play tennis. And yes, what would happen if we are talking about she? She doesn't play tennis. Yes, exactly. I'm reading your your comments. Huh? Yes, exactly. So she doesn't play tennis, but you can't say she is not play tennis. That's wrong. The other, it's why you stay in London. Again, that's wrong. We are using the WH, and that's great. Okay, why, where, how long, etc. That's beautiful. But here again, there's no structure in a question. We have forgotten to use the auxiliary of the present simple. So here it's do. Why do you stay in London? Here there's a typing mistake. Stay in London. Why do you stay in London? Stay. Do you do? Why? WH, then the auxiliary, then the subject, then the verb, and then the complement. Don't forget, you should get used to use the structures or the word formation in positive, negative, and questions. Okay? Again, other mistake. I not agree, Karime, with you. I not agree. That's also wrong. Completely wrong. We should say here, I don't agree. I don't agree. So don't forget in negative sentences the auxiliary according to the subject. So if we want to say she, he, or it, the negative auxiliary is doesn't. Very well done. Exactly, Julia. Or Julia. Julia or Julia, I don't know how to pronounce, but exactly, yes. She doesn't agree. I don't agree. So we have to take these mistakes into account in order to use the verbs, the conjugation, and the present simple tense properly. Okay, so just remember, try not, okay, to make these mistakes. Okay, hope you have learned something. Okay, and the next time you should put it into practice. Okay, now it's over to you, your turn. Write some sentences on Facebook. If you are on Facebook, if you are in our platform, please write down in the chat box. You, what you should, okay, I will explain it better. You should write some sentences in present simple. For example, I would say, I work every day. I work 8 hours every day. You can invent, create other sentences, but you should remember to follow the structure, subject, auxiliary, verb, complement, or if you're using negative or questions, to use the auxiliaries, okay, in the correct position, and of course to conjugate. Okay, yes, exactly. She agrees with her boss. He refuses to work abroad. Okay, right now let's go just to focus, okay, in the uh, focus applying, okay, the conjugation, okay? So she writes, he speaks, okay, they go. Very good, okay, good, good, good. No, 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 that is wrong. He agrees. Don't forget the S, but the structure was okay. Pays is the verb pay is P-A-Y. And when you conjugate it with she, the verb doesn't end in consonant plus Y. So in this case, you should add just S. Pays, P-A-Y-S. Check my answer. Exactly. But those who cannot see what I'm typing, okay, I'm just spelling it to you. P-A-Y-S. She pays. Goes. Very good. G-O-E-S. Because it ends in O. Goes. G-O-E-S. Like that. Mm-hmm. And in this case now is they do their homework. Their homework. Because they, plural. But do not worry. Just practice your conjugation and structure, of course. Good. With the verb buy, it's exactly the same as I mentioned before. B-U-Y is not consonant plus Y, it's vowel plus Y. In this case, we just add an S. So she buys, she buys. B-U-Y-S. Excellent. Your homework, okay, will be to write, to invent or to create 10 sentences, 10 sentences using he, she, it, you, we, they, and then send them to us. Okay? So we will correct all of them and we'll give it to you the feedback. I mean, we are going to correct and give it and tell you your mistakes. Okay. Excellent work and very well done. Good, great. I'm very happy. I'm very happy you have learned today. Okay, here you have some resources for practicing what we have studied this today, Wednesday, and the last Wednesdays too. I mean, these two lessons, okay? So in the first one, you have a website that is perfectenglishgrammar.com where you can find video exercise materials, okay, to put in practice, okay, the present simple and also other tenses. There is an other online exercise or other online website where you can find some exercise too, and it's www.english-4u.de. Here, there's other is a very good one, so you can find a lot of exercises for different tenses and different issues in English in order to practice. Okay. There's also Ego for You, okay, ego4u.com has offer you a variety of tests so you can test how much you have learned in your previous lessons. The next one is I like the next website because it's very complete. English, but English with ch dash hilfen.de. Okay, this in here in this website, you can find a lot of resources. Okay, and of course, British Council. In this case, I'm recommending to you British Council that you can also find a lot of resources to practice and learn English, okay, in different topics, okay, from listening, videos, exercises, whatever you want, okay. But I'm writing to you just here only the topics related to the present simple because that is what we have studied today, okay? And also, we have here the beginner part, the beginner grammar, with a beautiful video from the British Council on YouTube. So as I mentioned before, write down if you are on Facebook or if you are in another platform, okay? In our platform now, we are going to send it to you the slides, okay? Write down in the chat box of Facebook, okay? Or you would like to get the resources, okay? And we will send it to you the link in order to download all these materials, okay? So hope you like these resources are very valid and you can use them by your own. I mean, you do not need a teacher or in order to use them because are very well in some cases they explain also the theory so you can understand very well the theory and then go to do the exercises and the tests too. So I hope you like today's lesson. Okay, come to study. Practice, practice, and practice, and learn with us next Wednesday at 5 p.m. or 1700 hours. Okay? Yes, exactly. Every Wednesday we are going to have our live lessons on Facebook too. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Sincerely, thank you for today and hope you have liked what we have studied today. And of course, better learned. See you soon. Bye.